Because 2D is just the shapes that are all 3D.
One dimension.
So for 2D it's just shapes.
One dimensional is just lines.
Because a line is not a 2D dimensional or 3D dimension.
It might make you sense or it might not. You are.
Words, however, aren't words because they can be each other.
Great.
Okay, what do you say?
What's the objects that are
Objects that are connected.
So what do you mean? Have what?
Side.
Okay.
So I think if it. Well, actually, one thing could be like things that are not 2D are shapes that are closed.
You give me an example.
Something you can see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Flat. Flat.
And some stuff on the
Papers.
Okay, I'd like to. Well, I would like to get summarized, right? Those definitions there. That's going to help you decide.
It has like this. Yeah.
Not as
Like my this side.
Yeah, I like it.
Extra sides.
you can see an object.
Okay, what do you guys decide for one? Paper?
How about multiple objects? Objects in there like that's what object is. Square plus square plus square plus square.
So, let's say I'm talking about.
6 objects and like together to equal each other.
So if it's a line, is that going to be one dimension?
Yeah.
I understand what he said, but what he said just hard.
Explain with pictures.
It either it is or it isn't. Right? It can't kind of look like it. It either is or it isn't. So think of objects.
It's hard because, right, that curve is like massive, right?
Depth.
Here's a paper. You say it's 2D or 3D.
Figure. Figure.
I mean, because in some ways it's the same. Right?
Only see the first.
That's just makes it that top.
Okay, so what about this? How much coffee is left in my mug? Well, but would that be one dimensional? 3D. Explain mine. Okay, what do you got?
Yes.
How much copy is left in the teacher's copy?
Yes, but what is it that makes it have more shapes?
It's just like stand up. What do you think about a triangle? Is it
So
one
what,
dimensional,
we have this piece of paper, when you draw something that's 2D, it's pretty dimensional.
right?
Right? This is 3D, what makes it that you can have lots more shapes?
What else? And so, if I was talking
I
about
know it has a lot more shapes, but what is the
that
true
one
difference between this and this?
Oh.
You guys know what the difference is between this piece of paper and this box? What?
Yeah. Unless you have a
No, why is, but what's the
mason jar. Yeah. But when you
what are the dimensions?
only the cup is 3 dimensions.
How much coffee? Two dimensions. What are the 2 dimensions?
Yeah. unless it's in a square.
Would you say the front and the back?
Yeah, but now you're looking at the cup.
What is the dimensions on this?
Yeah, if you're looking at the cup. No.
Why do you Okay, what do we got?
When we're done,
Oh yeah. Hey you guys, you should be looking at those scenarios. Is it one-dimensional, two-dimensional, three-dimensional? Circle it, agree with your group, and explain. 1 second, I'm working with this group. Okay, so here. How much is left in my coffee cup? Is that gonna?
yeah, so
So, if you look
Can't
at it
see
like
it,
this.
doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
So,
Blows your mind, right?
so in some ways, yes.
So what do you think?
Does it change the actual figure?
So you guys decide. You guys decide and justify.
Predicted but it's really 3. Okay, why did I turn it? You know, when I turned it for the reason why I think I turned it. What was I showing? So what are the dimensions on that? What are they?
I think the second one is
Okay.
Why would you look at it this way as 2 dimensions?
Okay, explain your reasoning on both ends of the argument. What do you say? Why
I think it's 2D.
Okay, so explain how. So how many sides? Yeah. And that's, how many is that?
Unless you have like a clear.
So is this 2D
What did you
or
add?
1D?
Okay, and then what would that be? So if
because it's just a white
So what's the You're right. So what did this add? When we go from 2D to 3D, what's the difference between?
so I guess the question is,
What does this have?
if
You're
just because you
adding
can't see the three-dimensional shape, does that mean does it have to be a clear coffee cup in order to be 3D? What if I stuck that coffee in the freezer?
Is it the bottom of it or?
Then I could dump it out, right? What would it be?
This. And so,
You guys, it's still up to you. You guys need to decide.
it's 2. Let's think about it. So what would 2 dimensions be? Okay, it's 2.
What do you guys think? What one do you want? Oh, Cheetos.
You add 1 more 3.
What do you guys think?
Does that make sense? So just look at this. How many dimensions? Where are they? Show me the
Well,
2 dimensions.
think about, okay, the way to choose.
Is there another way you could call that with this specific? Think of finding the area. Okay, so you have a base and a height.
Well, it's just asking.
Now what is the
So what if you wanted to know the
weight,
weight
width,
because
whatever you want to call it. So that's.
your doctor's with you, how many ounces?
So when we put this back on, I mean, yes, this has. No, it's like a card or something. And what do we have?
It actually does, and what does it measure in? Do you know what the Cheetos are
So
measured?
one
There's
dimension.
usually 2 measurements on those.
Okay, now think of something. Now what would you think of it only has 1 dimension, right?
Milliliters, I guess it's a
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's think of something in geometry.
Well, let's think about ounces. Are ounces 1 dimensional?
So like when you measure it, what might you be measuring? How would you measure?
Well, what other things are measured in?
So if you wanted to find out what this included, you would.
You can see where.
7 pounds, 12
Like a
ounces,
number
right?
line, right?
Now,
So that should help you guys out.
when they weigh soy,
Does that make sense?
is he 1-dimensional, 2-dimensional? He's 3-dimensional.
Spread out the sides, right? It's so close.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure it's 2D.
you can think of an example of weight that would not be
But it doesn't
three-dimensional.
say that we're standing in.
Wait, why the weight of dragon shooting?
This didn't say, it's just
Air. That's a good one. It's air.
It's 2D.
Yeah, because why would you?
It says how far.
I don't know.
It's
Oh,
taking measure of
the
2D.
Okay. What have you guys been working on?
No.
Okay, so based on that, how far in this classroom is to the bathroom? One dimensional, two dimensional, three-dimensional? Why? Okay, take a direct path to the bathroom. Okay, you've got 4 more minutes. 4 more minutes. These are all finished. Which one?
It's just possible measurements too. So it's like ounces, right?
It is.
First one is ounces. Second one.
I mean, that's what for you to decide. Because what would be the difference? I was asking just for the length of movement, what would that be? And what if I was asking the area?
Ounces.
What if I said population?
Okay, let's just vote. 2D, raise your hand. 3D, raise your hand.
Okay, now here's the one that stumps me.
It's 2D.
How many marks?
2D.
Marshmallow.
Wouldn't that be tricky?
Yeah, but that's what I'm asking. How many marshmallows?
Just like
Well, like, give me an answer. How many marshmallows can we do? 6 or 7. Well,
yeah, it's like asking.
That would be.
does it go by weight or does it go by
Yeah,
hours?
Hey,
I know, it should hurt a little bit.
I just want
It's 2D.
Okay, what are we thinking here? Where are we at? We're talking about what?
You
ACRES.
can measure it from one place to another.
ACRES. Okay. If you pull up on your step side,
how much fabric do you need?
California.
It actually depends.
One game is just a straight.
Okay, next one.
How much fabric do you need?
How much is a city in California?
Oh, that's up.
It's up to you. You guys have to decide.
I think that's 3D.
Yeah, but it's asking how much.
Wouldn't you have to extend?
Wait, no, it's 1D.
I'm trying to say.
When you extend it,
But I'm finding that it's 2D.
You guys are basically finished. Okay.
No, I'm saying in the first one.
How many more do you guys have? 5? Okay, 4 or 5. Hurry back.
Why?
because when you extend it, like, or making it closer or something to a close shape, making it able to get meshes.
Okay, how many do you guys have left? Oh, let's be quick. Yeah. Skip and go to the ones you think you know. You guys, you gotta be quick. You gotta be quicker. Let's go.
The size of the belt.
Postal units, can you do feet?
I'd say just centimeters.
Wait.
How many marshmallows can you fit in your mouth?
All right, speed round. You have 2 minutes to make some decisions. You need to be done in 2 minutes. Make some decisions. If you need to vote on it, vote on it.
Okay, decide some things later.
I think it's because it's just a straight line through.
What if you're looking straight down?
But if you're saying
Technically, it does go around in a circle,
The whole thing is.
but it goes in a straight line.
well, let's just call it 1D. Not a fair.
Would you say
I think it's you're measuring, it says how much, you're measuring how much and then you'll use that for a 3D object. 3D, yeah, not the paper.
But it's talking about how much
You go like, I can eat pork. That's the thing.
Give you a group of noodles.
Wait, what do you want to say?
Try for the test of if it's
What would be the marshmallow?
You go like little.
2D.
All right, keep it moving.
I don't think so much.
Okay, really Austin is the only one who can hear me, but thank you for lowering your voice. All right, you guys, we need to discuss these as a larger group. So as promised, my reporters have a big job. Up here, I have signs that say 1D for one-dimensional, 2D for two-dimensional, and 3D for three-dimensional. We're gonna go through and take a look on what you guys said as a group. So the first one was how much coffee is left in your teacher's coffee cup. So if you are the reporter for your group, I'd like you to stand underneath the sign that has what your group said. Was it 1D, one-dimensional, two-dimensional, or three-dimensional? Reporters, come on up, stand where you decide to go.
Have fun.
2D.
Everybody stand up. Reporters from every group.
Standard between. Yeah.
I'm all about 1D, so.
There you go, Jared. Okay. All right. Okay, so reporters. Can you, is that in your eyes? Then can you?
Center of attention.
Yes. All right, so we've ruled out one-dimensional, but I see we have some in two-dimensional and some in three-dimensional. So if I call on your table number, you will have to justify to the class why you are where you're at. Okay, table number 2. Table number 2. Jared. Okay, why do you say three-dimensional?
It's just three-dimensional because we're trying to measure the volume, find the volume of something, and when we find volume, we usually use a three-dimensional shape.
Okay.
Like a cylinder or something.
Does that make sense? Does anyone have any questions for Derek on that? No. Someone from the two-dimensional group. Hector. How did you see this problem so that you and your group chose two-dimensional?
Well, kind of doesn't show, it's just showing like one side of it, maybe and have
Okay, can you share that with the class?
Thing is, just look at it as like a two-sided thing that's looking through height and width of stuff.
Okay, does anyone have any questions, comments? Anyone want to challenge Hector's idea? Agree with it, disagree with it? Dennis, do you have anything to add?
So coffee. So if you look from the top perspective, it's just a circle, and that's a two-dimensional shape. So if you're just looking from the circle, you can't really see how much coffee is left inside the coffee cup.
Okay, do we have, I see that some of us maybe want to challenge that idea. Dylan?
But the question is asking specifically how much coffee is left in each coffee cup.
Yeah.
And how are you going to judge that based? Because if you're looking straight down, yes, it's a 2D shape. But if you're wanting to know how much is left, you're not going to look straight down the cup because you're not going to figure out how much is left.
Well, okay, before we get in, so Dennis, I can, hold on. I sense we're getting a little bit defensive here about your statement, but do you understand what Dylan is saying? Does that make sense? Does it make you, do you still, like, how do you feel about that? Can you respond?
Well, I guess I'm kind of, I don't know. It's kind of.
Oh my.
You guess what? I need you to clarify.
I'll stay two.
Why?
Okay, I'll
Why?
because you're seeing how much coffee is left in the coffee cup, and
Here you go.
you're seeing how much coffee is left in the coffee cup, so you have to see how. Yeah.
Joby.
I think what Dennis is trying to say is, like, to measure coffee in a cup, they're using tools in 3D, so put in coffee.
Okay. Yeah. Anyone from the group here, Derek?
I'm also disagreeing with them because if, like what Dennis was saying, if you look straight down at the coffee cup, it's a circle, but if you look at, that's saying, like, if you look at another 3D object and you look just straight at the top, it's also going to look like a 2D shape.
Oh, that's kind of like the cross sections, what we were doing yesterday. We were looking at a 2D part of a 3D shape. Okay, so I'm wondering, with this two-dimensional group, are you standing your ground with two-dimensional, or do you think that measuring the amount of coffee would be 3D? What do you guys think? So, Dennis, what do you think?
I guess 2D. 2D, that's the word.
Staying with 2D, okay. Toby. You're gonna switch? Go ahead, switch. Okay, and Hector, what do you think?
Kind of think of it.
You're thinking of switching.
I have an objection, right?
Okay, Jonathan, what is your question?
Well, it's not a question, it's a comment.
Okay, well, let's maybe keep our comments to ourselves for right now.
Well, actually, it is a question. It's a question now.
Oh, okay.
So I'm wondering why. Well, obviously, I'm gonna agree with you saying that if you look down, it's gonna be 2D. Well, you can't really tell how much coffee's left in a coffee cup unless it's a clear cup. Because if it was a red cup, you can't look from the side view. Like, how are you gonna tell? So it wouldn't make sense.
Ah. So, Rodrigo, that came up in your group as well. Could you maybe speak to what you guys thought about?
Well, I thought it was 2D. He thought it was 3D. Because you told us that if we freeze the cup and we took it out, the coffee would be if we freeze the coffee, the coffee would be like solid, and if we like spill the cup, then the coffee would just get spread out, and it'd be 2D.
Oh, okay, so spilled coffee would be two-dimensional?
Yeah.
Or, okay, we have more comments here. Anthony?
No, I have a question.
Okay, question.
No, wait, I don't know if it's a question. Oh, no, I was gonna say, okay, so, you know, when.
Can you speak up? I want to make sure everyone can hear. This is awesome.
Oh, so when the coffee is in the cup, doesn't it kind of make like a cylinder shape, which would make it 3D, and if it was spilled out, it would be like, since it's liquid, right? Wouldn't a 3D shape be solid, like a solid? Never mind, forget it.
No.
Never mind, forget it.
You're blowing my mind with genius right now. Okay, so did everyone hear what Anthony's point he's trying to make?
Yes.
If it goes like here, it'd be like.
Couldn't hear me.
Okay, hold on. Let's have hands raised. Can anyone expand on Anthony's idea or want to take it a step farther?
Dennis, please.
I know Austin, you had your hand up.
It's basically like, if you do freeze it, it is like a cylinder, but like you're saying, if you spill it, it'll be like it's on a piece of paper and it'll make a shape and it'll be 2D. So that's how they could probably say it would be 2D if you did it that way.
Okay. So really what I'm hearing is there's kind of more than one right answer depending how you think about it. In the cup itself, what would we call it? 1D, 2D, or 3D? 3D. If we spilled it out onto the floor.
2D.
Two-dimensional, right? It's going to cover some area. Excellent. Okay. My recording reporters, take a seat for right now. And now, ooh, okay. Wow. We've got time for one more. Ooh, did we get down to H here?
Yes.
Okay, I would like my team captains. My team captains to come up. What did you decide for me? Come on up.
We just finished up. We didn't think it was done.
Which one? She did that.
Nobody can take the time to go by the whole.
Yeah.
So they have to.
Don't freeze.
Okay, quickly. Okay. I like it when we think about things a little bit differently. It makes really good conversation. Like I loved what we just did with the coffee cup. So it looks like we're split between one-dimensional and two-dimensional. Am I right? Okay. Where's my little? So to start us off, the person from table 6. Table 6, you need to defend your stance.
It was one-dimensional because on a map, like the globe, it's like a circle, the globe, and it's just a flat round circle. There's some corners.
Okay. Oh, hold on. We got to give our panel the start. So, Joe, will you talk to me a little bit about your decision for two-dimensional?
If it was the equator, you look at it as a circle. If it was 2D, so you find like the circumference of it.
Okay. Can I ask you? Is the circumference one-dimensional or two-dimensional? What do we think?
One.
Is circumference one-dimensional or two-dimensional?
Two.
Ooh.
Because one.
Okay, can someone raise their hand and tell me? Eric or Derek, I've heard from you a lot today, so I'm going to give other people a shot. Okay, I just have a question. Does anyone know if circumference is one-dimensional or two-dimensional? I heard someone say it. Vanessa, can you give me your thoughts about that?
I said it was one because it's like perimeter. Like you're kind of like
What do we think about that?
Yeah, I agree.
Agree, disagree?
Circumference? Disagree.
So we agree and disagree. Derek, you disagree what?
Because when you're trying to find circumference is like the perimeter of the outside, but like going back to what Dennis said, when you look at the top view, it's a two-dimensional shape. So when you look at a circle, it's a two-dimensional shape, and the circumference is basically just the outside edge of the circle.
You're right. So what you're saying is you're seeing the circle, which you know is two-dimensional, but circumference itself is perimeter, and perimeter is
Two-dimensional.
two-dimensional. One-dimensional often.
Well, it's like this. Take the circle, for example. It's 2D, but cut it in half and make it a straight line, then it's a one-dimensional object. That's how you find the length.
So if you think of like circumference, like a 2D, just cut it in half and make it a straight line. It's the same length.
So then, are you saying that that's one-dimensional and two-dimensional?
One dimensional.
One-dimensional. Okay. Anyone else further like? Well, so what do we think here? Is the equator one-dimensional or two-dimensional? One. Jackie, what do you think about that?
I guess it's one.
You guess it's one?
Yeah.
Joe, what do you think? One. Jackie, can I ask why you think it's one-dimensional?
What he said makes sense, what Austin said makes sense, like when you put it in half, it's gonna be three.
Right, like I can measure something I can measure a sphere, right? By going around, but that length, well, how would we measure it? The length of the equator. Well, what were some units we might use? Feet, miles, kilometers. Is that one-dimensional, two-dimensional, or three-dimensional?
One-dimensional.
One-dimensional. Awesome. Okay, you guys, as you take your seat, I need you to fill out your reflections on the very first page. What did you learn today? Reflection until the bell rings. Reflect until the bell rings, please. No, I want you to do your reflection. So they're taking an AP stats test. Okay, reflections, please. Yeah, you can put it away. We're gonna talk more about it tomorrow and review last night's homework. No homework tonight. Yay. Please say this recorded. This was fun. I'm so proud.
Oh wait, we were recorded?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and hoping that it.
10 bonus points.